Welcome back to my channel where we dive deep into thought-provoking topics about Nigeria and beyond. Today we are tackling a controversial and complex question. If Christianity and Islam were not introduced to Nigeria, would Nigeria as a country have prospered economically, and would the standard of living be better? This topic is sensitive, but it is one that needs to be discussed openly. We will explore the historical, social, and political dimensions of religion in Nigeria and how it has shaped the country's economy and social landscape. Let's get into it. Before the arrival of Christianity and Islam, Nigeria was home to diverse ethnic groups, each with its own traditional beliefs and practices. These indigenous religions were deeply tied to the culture, governance, and economic systems of the people. Christianity and Islam were introduced through trade, colonization, and missionary activities. While this religion brought new ideas and systems, they have also disrupted existing social cultures. The question is, would Nigeria have been better off economically if these religions had never arrived? To answer this question, we need to look at how religion has influenced Nigerians' development both positively and negatively. Let's start with the northern Nigeria, where Islam is the dominant religion. Critics argue that politicians in the north have exploited religion to maintain power and control. For example, Sharia law is implemented in many states, but is often applied selectively. Poor citizens are held to strict religious standards, while the wealthy politicians flaunt these rules, indulging in alcohol and other prohibited activities. Additionally, the emphasis on the Quranic education, often at the expense of Western education, has left many northern youth without the skills needed to compete in a modern economy. This has contributed to high level of poverty, unemployment, and begging in the region. A lot of Amajiris are found in the northern part of Nigeria. But is this the fault of Islam itself, or is it the misuse of religion by those in power? Could the North have prospered more if traditional system has been preserved and adapted to modern times? That's a question for us to answer. In the South, Christianity plays a significant role in the society. While it has brought community together and provided social services, some argue that it has also been used to exploit people economically. Many churches emphasizes tithing and offering, with pastors claiming that failure to give will result in poverty and exclusion from heaven. This has led to a situation where poor congregants gives money they can't afford, while some religious leaders live in luxury. Critics says this perpetuates a cycle of poverty and distracts from holding leaders accountable for economic development. But again, is this the fault of Christianity, or is it the misuse of religion by individuals? That's a question for us to answer. Now, let's look at countries like Estonia, which is one of the least religious nations in the world. Estonia has a thriving economy, high standard of living, and a strong focus on education and technology. Similarly, secular nations like Sweden and Japan has achieved remarkable economic success. This raises the question, would Nigeria have prospered more if it had remained rooted in its traditional belief and avoided the divisive and exploitative aspect of organized religion? It is important to note that correction doesn't equal causation. These countries have strong institutions, good governance, and a focus on innovation. Factors that contribute to this success. These countries have strong institutions, good governance, and a focus on innovation, which are factors that contribute to their success. but it's worth considering whether Nigerian religion division have hindered its ability to develop similarly. Of course, religion is not inherently bad. It has provided moral guidance, community support, and a sense of identity for millions of Nigerians. Many religious organizations run schools, hospitals, and charity programs that benefit society. The problem arises when religion is used as a tool for control, division, and exploitation. If Nigerian leaders had focused on building strong institutions, promoting education, and fostering unity, perhaps the country would have harnessed the positive aspects of religion while avoiding its pitfalls. So, would Nigeria have prospered more without Christianity and Islam? It's impossible to say for sure. What we do know is that the misuse of religion by politicians and religious leaders have contributed to many of Nigerians' challenges. The solution isn't to abandon religion, but to ensure that it's used as a force for good, promoting education, unity, and accountability. Nigeria diversity is its strength, and by focusing on good governance and inclusive development, the country can still achieve its full potential. What do you think? Would Nigeria have prospered more without Christianity and Islam? Or is the problem not religion itself, but how it's being used? But before we wrap up, it's important to address some counter arguments. Some might say that Christianity and Islam has brought significant benefits to Nigeria, such as literacy through religious schools, healthcare through missionary hospital, and moral framework that promotes social cohesion. For instance, many of Nigerian earliest schools and hospitals were established by Christian missionaries. Similarly, Islamic scholarship has contributed to education and cultural development in the North. However, the key issue is not the religions themselves, but how they have been co-opted by those in power. Religion can be a tool for empowerment or exploitation, depending on how it's been worded. The challenge for Nigeria is to ensure that religion serves as a tool for proper progress rather than a tool for division and control. So, what's the way forward? First, Nigeria needs to prioritize education, both Western and religious, to equip its citizens with the skills needed to strive in a modern economy. This means that reforming the educational system to ensure that Quranic and Western education are not mutually exclusive but complementary. Second, there must be a focus on good governance and accountability. Politicians who use religion to exploit their people must be held accountable, and citizens must be empowered to demand better leadership, like changing the electoral system of Nigeria and to change the electoral rules of INEC. That's one of the ways to get good governance and accountability. Finally, Nigeria must embrace their diversity and work together to build a nation where religion is a personal choice, not a tool for manipulation. By focusing on unity, education, and innovation, Nigeria can overcome its challenges and achieve prosperity. Nigeria can do this by establishing a regional government where everybody manage their own resources and grow in their own pace. That is how civilized countries like UK and Europe started. They have grown in their own pace. Example of UK is Ireland, Scotland, and the England themselves, which make up the Great Britain. It's built regionally. Example two, in Canada, every province grow in their own pace, but they are all one country. That's how all these countries grow. We cannot continue for a particular region to be drawing us back. We need to focus on regionalization. In conclusion, the question of whether Nigeria could have prospered more without Christianity and Islam is complex and multifaceted. While religion has played a significant role in shaping Nigerian history and society, its impact on the country's economic development depends largely on how it's being used. The real issue is not religion itself, but the exploitation of religion for political and economic gain. By addressing this challenge and focusing on unity, education, and good governance, Nigeria can still achieve the prosperity its people deserve. What do you think? Do you believe that Nigerian economic struggles are tied to religion, or are there other factors at play? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.